Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with My Hero Academia Season 6. We are on episode 7. In the last episode, we begin the fight with Shigaraki and the heroes, I guess, like all of them. You know, not exactly everyone, because obviously there is half over at the villa, half where Shigaraki is in the hospital, or where the hospital was at least, and that fight has begun. Shigaraki, we've seen him now use other quirks, so everything that he's got from All For One, he's starting to use them, and it's like he actually, it's like he's had them from birth, that he says, like it's just using them as just like second nature to him, you know, which is scary. We don't know how many quirks he actually has, but because he's got the original one, he could have, you know, tens, hundreds, who knows. But he's as like so far he's had everything for every situation that he's come up against. He even has physical sort of strength attributes now that similar to what the bioengineered Nomus have. And they refer to him as almost like a perfect Nomu. So that if you know, if he wasn't considered a big bad by just having the All For One's quirk, this just puts him up another level of like ridiculousness, you know. God, I mean, the only thing that he doesn't have is his decay at 100%. That's it. So fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah, I mean, Shigaraki is going straight for one for all, of course. So obviously he's going straight after Deku. It is interesting, like the idea that he had this. It's this head thing in his head that because he's got All For One's quirk, he's almost taken on like his ideals as well, which is interesting. Like if you give someone else your quirk, like that has some form of effect on you. Like you almost take on their sort of wishes as well. I feel like it seems that way specifically with Shigaraki. Now I don't know if that is the case of like those with One For All. You know, like it seemed with One For All it's different because they pass down to who they choose rather than it being something that is taken. You know, so like those with One For All and whatnot give to who they think is the best option anyway. Like it wouldn't be just a case of giving it to, you know, like for example, if All Might was to give it to who's like, I don't know, who's like, if All Might was to give it to a villain, would the original holder of One For All, the brother, like the younger brother, like would his ideals change that person, like that villain, to be more in line with their way of thinking? You know, I don't know. I just wonder how far that would go. But anyway, regardless, yeah, I'm yapping on here when I shouldn't, because I'm in bulk phase of recording, so I'm not doing a lot of discussion in these videos until the last episode of where I can just go through everything. But yeah, so we are going to get straight into episode 7. As always, the reaction will be here on YouTube, but if for whatever reason it gets taken down for copyright in the future, then I'll re-upload this as a discussion only, and a link to the reaction will be in the description below. As always, a link to the full-length reaction to this episode is in the description below, so if you do want to watch my full-length reaction and not just the cut 10-minute version, then the offer is there for you. But yeah, nothing else to talk about. We're going to get in episode 7, see what we get, so without further ado, let's go.
I'm estimating a third of the city has been completely leveled.
1/3.
What terrible force are the heroes fighting against? Hosu City, Kamino Ward, and now this in Jakku. Whatever the case,
I don't know what's going on.
There's no doubt that the destruction we're witnessing today is worse than any incident in recent history.
He knows exactly what's going on.
Where did they come from?
I don't know if them being animals makes it scarier or not.
Crumbled to dust in that decay wave.
Don't know how much intelligence they have. It's fucking playing with him.
Come on, Endeavor. Hell Spider!
Jesus. Shigaraki toying with Endeavor.
Once awake, they'll follow the orders of whoever's designated as their master. I'd say they're servants fit for the king of villains. Unfortunately, this batch hasn't been through testing yet. Near high end.
Not good. You're heading for a race.
It's enough to keep the heroes occupied.
Keep yourselves hidden.
You know, if your eyes are on me, then you should assume I can see you as well.
Yeah.
Eraser Head, you're standing in my way.
I was thinking that eventually he would have to go for Aizawa.
You think I'm a problem? Look around. You're the one who's standing in the way!
Oh, of course Deku can't fucking stop himself, man, can he?
Mr. Aizawa!
Fucking Jesus.
If Shigaraki can't use his powers, then let us join the fight against him! There aren't enough heroes left to stop
Where's Pat go then?
The worst thing would be losing Mr. Aizawa!
He is right. Like this is like Aizawa is what kind of clutch.
It's our turn!
You had to be. Oh shit, that was sick. Oh damn, dude. I love the black whip. Love the use of it, man. Fucking hell. It's a problem.
Power and endurance are comparable to All Might's now.
Really? Fucking hell, man.
How? I won't ask why you came. But we need to support a racer. Bakugo, you cover Deku.
So what? So what Shigaraki wants to do and what Orthon wants is to
Come to me,
conflicted.
dear little brother.
Oh yeah. He's getting all of. Almost like this was a way for All For One to almost take a new body almost.
Your ego is too
But
big,
it's
Master.
Shigaraki.
I won't let a voice in my head turn me into some kind of puppet.
Yeah, that's what it seems like at the moment. He's looking at him as weak now.
I have no desire to turn out like you. Shut up.
Wow.
I'm taking this quirk because it's my will.
Ridiculous.
In comparison, this will be a breeze.
That was cool. I like how we got to saw that. I wish we could see more of that.
Coward.
Oh damn, dude.
He's destroying this world.
Oh, fucking Jesus. He's taking these all on by himself. It's ridiculous.
Can't you see he's just a bait, you moron!
He's just a bait. Oh, fucking Jesus.
What kind of hero do you want to be?
Oh, fucking Jesus. Fucking Christ. Oh, God.
Next thing I knew, this big oaf was carrying
Oh, yeah,
me
bring
away.
the others. That's what
Grabbed
Shigaraki
me
said.
Right when I was getting stabbed.
Gabe's dead set on taking us along.
Not me.
Not so fast, big guy. Did I ever mention I liked you from the second I laid eyes on you, weirdo?
Here we go. Here we go. It has to be, man.
Does anyone want to fill me?
It was
in
written.
The boss is back in the game.
Christ, it was written for this to happen. Jesus Christ. I would think Makia's stronger than Mt.Lady. Because Makia's permanently like that. Mt.Lady isn't always.
Pros, move in as reinforcements. Work study students, remain on standby.
There's like a whole
be them
army
next.
of heroes at the front, yeah?
It's funny because Makia doesn't care about her at all.
The heroes haven't figured out that Makia's carrying passengers.
It means they can get out
Forget
of the
it.
perimeter,
They said
yeah.
the walking disaster wasn't going to be a factor.
Oh, order and war, mate. Oh shit! Fucking hell.
I don't care. if
Modestro's
it is in the
back.
least. What did you meddlers do to him?
For fuck's sake.
Must follow Giganta Makia. Start the revolution. Liberation is upon us. I will not be held back.
Alright, now he cares. But what do you do
Get
then?
me in his face. I may be able to put him to sleep.
Maybe.
Now's our chance.
Knows. Oh yeah, but with fucking them there, they're just.
Here,
Oh
a gift.
fuck!
The leaks on his back.
Christ. Ah, God, you could have been trapped into that.
Whose quirk can stop that beast?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to like rattle my brain around.
380, you know what's coming, don't you?
Yes, we need you.
What you got?
I
What,
know I shouldn't ask.
what's
but
Momo
given
got?
the circumstances,
You must sedate him. Make tranquilizers for the pros.
How many? You're gonna need a lot, I feel like.
It's up to you.
be strong.
But they need to fire it from range.
They've
Because
already
they
left
can't.
to help the advance guard.
They can't get close. Like.
She didn't ask us to help
It's
her.
gonna be up to the
How
students.
strong the enemy is.
Yeah, fucking hell, man.
It's midnight. What do I do? Right, earphone jack and tentacle.
Use sound to track his approach and calculate how long it'll take him to get here. Everyone, be prepared to move. Crap, even I can see that thing now.
It's fucking Mt.Lady hanging onto the back.
Our teachers taught us that a real hero never turns their back or runs from an enemy. Together, as one.
I guess, I don't know, that just Jaws.
We'll take down this villain.
I don't know, like, how do you... fuck's sake, man. Okay, so quickly, what happened with episode 7? All of the students are going to get involved. I mean, they had to at some point, right? I mean, they weren't there just for show. Yeah, they were there for, like, just, like, general support and everything like that. But as soon as it starts going tits up, it's like, well... you can't just hang back, and you can't just, like, you know, not be in the fight and hide, because this is, I mean, the way that it's going, it's almost like the war to end all wars, really. Like, it's you know, it's like now or never kind of thing. So if you just run and hide and you let the villains, you know, get what they want and everything, then there's going to be no room for, like, heroes anyway. So it's like you have to join the fight. Yeah, I thought there was something with Shigaraki and One For All, like the whole thing of One For All giving the quirk over meant like that there was like almost like a clash of who was in there, and All For One. I do find it interesting how the Shigaraki is like done with All For One now. Like now that he's gone full God complex mode now. Like beforehand when he was weak, it was like he was, you know, he was under the boot because he almost like he had to be, right? But, I mean, he literally said that he felt omnipotent in the last episode. So, the fact is that he doesn't need him anymore. He's got everything that he wants. So he can just, you know... But obviously it clearly pissed him off that All For One was almost invading his thoughts and what he wanted to do. Because what Shigaraki really wants to do is do his own thing. And that's it. Nothing else really matters. I guess he's always been that way. In some sense, you know what I mean? Because like the way that All For One molded him was kind of to be, you know what I mean? Like you like molded him to, like, to be spoiled and everything. Because All For One was telling him like all the time, like, you know what I mean? This world is yours and everything and stuff. So it's not a surprise, I guess, that it has come to this, but it does bode interestingly well going forward. Whether that hold that All For One has over him is more powerful than what we've seen so far, that maybe it's not as easy as for Shigaraki to just remove that from his head, because that's the thing, we still don't know. The whole thing with the Nomus and giving quirks and everything is something that is like relatively new in technological terms in this world, right? Like, yeah, you have the ones that have been around for ages with like All For One and One For All and All For One. But like, this is the thing, like with All For One, because he was able to give out quirks, and there was like, you know, way back when they talked about it, that like he had some control over them, like forcing them to submit almost with his quirks, that like, you know, to whatever degree that is actually capable, it makes you wonder what All For One's motive was in giving All For One to Shigaraki. You know what I mean? Like if there was some form of control over gifting quirks that he had the ability to do, then you can only imagine what could possibly be given if he gave away All For One as a whole quirk. Like that he would. It's almost like I wonder if his motive was. That's the thing. I don't know if it's just almost like if you I don't know, like think of it as downloading All For One to a drive, not the quirk, the sort of the person, the ego, his wishes and everything like that, right? His will. I don't think it's a case. I don't know if it's a case of like almost uploading it to Shigaraki. So really, All For One isn't in there. It's just a kind of a copy that's kind of being on repeat almost in his head. I don't know if it's like that, or if it's like legitimately like All For One has almost transferred like a bit of his consciousness to Shigaraki. You know what I mean? Because if that is the case, then I feel like his motive would be like immortality, and it's like he gets like a new body, and like his whole motive was to like to basically find a way for him to transfer his consciousness into, like, you know, into a younger body, so to speak, right? And then he would just gain immortality that way, you know. I feel like that would be almost what you would think would be the case. Like, it seems correct when I say it. Like, it seems like that would be the right thing for the story to go down, but we don't know yet. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about and yap on for long. Again, I'm in bulk recording mode, so I'm not doing a lot of discussion in these episodes. But yeah, it is interesting why Dobby is... Dobby? What the fuck? I think I'm watching Harry Potter here. Dabby has taken the laptop dude. I can't remember his name. It begins with a C, though, doesn't it? Yeah, so he's taken him for some reason, right? There's... you know, you use him for like surveillance and things, right? That's what he's good at. So I don't know why he's taken him. Obviously that will become apparent in time, but we'll just have to find out that later. But that is all I've got. So again, all of the links and everything to my Patreon and everything are down in the description below. So if you don't want access to like early access, full length movie tier reactions, then they're all over there for you. But anyway, yeah, that is all I've got. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.